Now, the title of this article is 5 Clues Will's Death Could Be a Sure Thing in Season 5. So that lets you know right off the bat about this article that it says it could be a sure thing, which obviously leads you to the conclusion that this entire article is speculation. Now, I'm going to treat it, as if, and we're going to go through the list, and then it's your turn. You know how to do. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Which one of these things do you think is plausible? But without further ado, here's the list. Enjoy. We are back. We're over here on startfacts.com, which I never heard of the website before, but I found the Stranger Things article. 5 biggest clues Will's death is a sure thing in Stranger Things Season 5. It's time for some Stranger Things news, folks. Will Byers, Noah Schnapp, has seen his fair share of problems in Stranger Things since the show premiered in 2016. After vanishing near Mirkwood into the Upside Down in Season 1 and being caught up with the Mind Flare in Season 2, he's certainly been put through the ringer. As attention focused elsewhere, things calmed down somewhat for Will in Season 3 and Season 4. But what about Season 5? With Will always having a central role in the Stranger Things story, could this mean he's likely to be killed off in Season 5? Some fans think the series has left a trail of clues that indicate his end is near. Here are 5 clues viewers might say goodbye to Will next season.
Goodbye, cruel world!
I'm not sure what the future holds for Will. I have enjoyed Noah Schnapp's performance as Will, although he kind of, like I said, he was put to the background in the season 3 and 4, but he's still a central figure. But let's look through this list. Number 1, he still has a connection to Vecna. Season 4's biggest villain was Vecna. Originally an orderly who worked at Hawkins' lab, it turned out he was originally Henry Creel. And number 1.
One.
With Will still connected to the Upside Down by a psychic connection, he's certainly a weak link that could be exploited again. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it would be. It wouldn't be out of the. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities. Number 2, he loves Mike. He loves Mike. Now this is probably coming on the heels of Noah Schnapp coming out and announcing he was gay, which, okay, good for you, young man. You be yourself. But if I don't know if they need to write it into the show. You know what I mean? It's a classic trait, potentially marking him out to be killed off. Will is a victim of unrequited love for Mike, who remains oblivious thus far. Being entwined in a love triangle is never good news. Originally, the Duffer brothers were going to kill Steve Harrington, Joe Keery, to make way for Nancy and Jonathan's romance, but changed their minds. I'm happy they didn't kill Steve Harrington off because I really like his character, his dynamic with Dustin. I've talked about it before. It's been really entertaining to see those two actors kind of, grow up together a little bit on the show and how the characters have, bonded and they played off each other. So it was really nice to see Steve stick around. Although I think they can leave Steve around now and still have Nancy and Jonathan, be romantically involved. Also, Bob Newby, Sean Astin, Joyce's love interest was killed off to allow Joyce and Hopper to come together, which they utterly botched in Season 3 by making them argue the whole time like a couple, but they'd never been together. Unfortunately for Will, when feelings of love aren't reciprocated on screen, their characters do have a greater chance of being killed. Number 3, he's really innocent. Most of the kids in Stranger Things have had difficult lives thus far. 11 saw brutality and death very young. Max was from a broken and difficult home, and Lucas, Dustin, and Mike were bullied by Troy. Will, on the other hand, has managed to keep hold of his innocence for longer. But he was bullied by Troy as well, so I don't understand that, I guess. Maybe he was able to keep his innocence a little longer, but with him going through everything he did with the Mind Flare, I don't really see that as maintaining his innocence. The show started by focusing on his death. When Stranger Things first hit our screens, it was centered on his disappearance and quote-unquote death. Though Will didn't actually die, viewers were led to believe he had, which could also be foreshadowing for what's to come right at the end of the series to tie things off nicely. see that could happen, but I don't know. You know, like I said, I don't know if you want to kill him off at that point.
Please don't kill me.
Number 5, the next installment will focus on Will. In July of 2022, the Duffer Brothers stated that Will will be a huge part of Season 5. Does this mean he might meet his demise? We'll have to wait and see. But is Will's death a sure thing? In the world of the Duffer Brothers, nothing is ever a sure thing. Remember, Steve was meant to die. That didn't happen. We'll only find out when Season 5 hits our screens. So, I don't know. I don't... They could kill him off, and it could serve the narrative well. You know, it could be one of those deaths that not only is meant to move the plot forward, but really is done in a meaningful way that, you know, pays homage to the character. So it could happen. And the unrequited love thing for Mike, yeah, you know, it's kind of been hinted at. So that, like I said, being written in, not out of the realm of possibilities. Does it have to be, or could it remain? It could remain ambiguous. But if it ties into the storyline, then so be it. It's not going to bother me or hinder my enjoyment of the show whatsoever. Now it's your turn. Let me know what you think. Do you think they're going to kill Will off or not? Which of these items on the list do you think is most plausible? Like I said, I think the unrequited love is honestly, with the actor Noah Schnapp announcing that he was gay, this could really lean in on that in Season 5. But then will the Duffer Brothers be hit with the weirdos online, you know, saying, oh, the bury your gays trope, you know, how dare you, you know. So I don't know. This show has avoided that thus far. So I hope it doesn't come to that in Season 5, the go-home season. I really hope this ends on a high note because, like I said, even though I just came in to watching this show within the last, month and a half, I binged the entire series. I'm on my second watch through, and I really enjoyed it, and I've had fun making these videos. So leave your thoughts, subscribe if you're so inclined, ding the red button, hit the bell for notifications. If you want to join, you can be a Kazooian for $2.99 a month. Harvey Wakuian producer, $4.99 a month. If not, just subscribe. It's free. It always will be. I'm Tepo Kuian to the place to be reviews. I've been here with all of you. If I don't see you, have a great day, pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all day. This doesn't bode well.
You're lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.